Hi guys, bit of 3D printing. This is a skeleton where I converted the instructions to a 3D file. Not perfect. That piece looks like it's come loose. But I am surprised because I expected it to be a complete fail. When I print multiple small pieces like this, usually one bit picks up, gets dragged around, and the rest gets destroyed. But that looks like it's okay. It's a bit small. I've printed it very small compared to the original diagram. But I'll get all that released and see if we can put it together. It's not going to be quite like the original because I don't think the holes are big enough to slot the pieces into, so we might have to do some filing with a rat-tailed file. We'll see. Hi guys, I've just assembled this wooden skeleton from this kit, and I also scanned in the instructions or the diagram and converted it to a 3D file, 3D printed file. Now, I don't know whether that's a good enough print to actually assemble, but we'll give it a try. I have my doubts. I think some of the gaps may not be big enough, but we'll find out when we try and put it together. Right. See what we can do. Some of the bits haven't printed very well anyway. They've curled up a bit, which is always a problem when you're printing very thin stuff. Yeah, that's curled up quite a bit there. We'll have a go, see what we can do. I'll probably have to glue it as I go. Yeah, I think we may take our time over this, do a bit of gluing. Which of those two is 8 and 9? Smaller one. Lot of swarthy bits on that. I was worried about the slots being too tight, and that one's much too loose. Oh, come on. I think I might stop there and let that glue dry. We'll come back later. Of course, it is super glue, so it should dry quite quickly. That one's not going fully home. So the other one was too loose, and that one's too tight. That one's next. I know my fingers are getting in the way and you can't see. That's the problem when you're doing something small. Put it on first and then glue it. Yeah, I think this guy's going to have some problems. Some of his bits aren't quite right. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wait for the glue to dry, Grandad. Stop being so impatient. All right, we will definitely leave that for a few minutes. Time's moved on a bit. Hopefully the glue has dried. So we'll see if we can move on. See if we can recognize the pieces. All right, that one, that one. Right, I reckon those are the shoulder blades, or scapula, as they call them. That bit of glue's come undone. That's not a good start. Right, these this is how they should go. Try and hold that. That bone there, that one there, I think, but they just simply don't fit. The slot is in the wrong direction. And if we fit them as they showed them on here, I would say they were upside down. But that was the only way I could fit them on the wooden kit. So that's the way I'm going to fit them now, but they're wrong. They're completely wrong. They're going to have to go in there like that. Can you see that? Are we going to focus? We're not going to focus. Why are we not focusing? I have no idea why we're not focusing. But yeah, those are wrong. They ought to be fitting that way up, but they can't fit that way up because I haven't left enough space between that one and the ribs below. So they can only fit that way up. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. Maybe that's why the kit's in a charity shop. Well, we'll glue them in place. And try and glue this one in again. I'm not following the order strictly the way it was done on the wooden kit, because having done the wooden kit, I think I'm doing it in a better way. That's my opinion. Right, these get a bit complicated. I don't know if I can magnify this a bit in editing so you've got a slightly better view of what's going on, but it's tiny, so it's not going to be easy to see whatever we do. That hasn't gone in right. I'm gluing it regardless. Can't even get hold of that bit, it's too small. think those are upside down. Yes, I think his hips are rather deformed. Right. Arms and legs are going to be a problem. I'd have been better off printing them in one piece and forgetting about the elbows and knee joints. Because the elbows and knee joints haven't printed very well at all. I have to try and cut that, I think. I might use a needle file. Be back in a while. Yeah, I'll use one of my needle files and try and open up gaps so they can join together. This is going to take a while, so I'll do it and come back again. I've glued the arms and legs together, so I'll let them dry. We've only got a few little bits left. We got the sternum, which goes down the front of the ribs. On there. This is one of those ones that's on the limit of my eyesight capabilities as well, in that I can hardly see what I'm doing. I should have printed it bigger. This is much too small. Dropped it. If I can just get it to sit there long enough for the glue to dry, it'll be all right. Probably stick to my finger instead. Yes, this poor chap has got a few deformities. Ah. Not only has he got a few deformities, but he's missing a bit. Oh dear. That must have come out when it was printed. Right. I've put 2 bits on wrong. I realise what I've done wrong now. But there's still no way these are going to fit in place. I have to take those off. These bits go in. You can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing. I don't think using pliers will help. But we'll try. Right, leave that for a few minutes to dry, and then we'll see if we can get the arms and legs on. Well, I'm going to go for it, see if we can get the arms and legs on. I'm gonna have to open that up a bit. Nearly there. That leg just doesn't want to go on. Yeah, we're a bit out of shape, aren't we? But we will leave that for the glue to dry, and then we'll have another look at him. Well, that's a surprise. I really didn't think I was going to get him together. As I say, he has a few issues, but he's there. And he's standing up, which is another surprise. So that's a 3D printed version of that, which is that one. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.